I was 4 years old when I walked up with my grandmother to the cemetery. And she tells me, this is where everything began, right here.
What you got?
I have an album full of pictures.
My family's been in this area since 1853, when my great-great-grandfather, Nathaniel Jackson, and his wife came from Alabama to escape slavery, bigotry, discrimination. And they came down here to start a new life. And later on, they built a church in 1874, which we call now the Jackson Ranch Chapel. This was the first Protestant church in this area in South Texas. It was used as an underground railroad, and it's used now for services. This chapel, the cemetery, is very important to us. My grandparents, my father, my mother, my siblings, and all my relatives, all of them are buried there. But because of this fence, they can't be put to rest. Even in death, they're not in peace.
Trump is determined to forge ahead with his campaign promise to build a wall across the southern border. And this might just be rhetoric for him in Washington, but it has real impacts for the people who live here. Ramiro, like the other plaintiffs in this lawsuit, is deeply tied to his land and this place. His only avenue is to bring his story to court and ask a judge to rein in this unlawful, unconstitutional power grab and prevent the destruction of his ancestors' graves and the destruction of this historic chapel.
Everything that my parents taught me, everything that my grandmother, Nancy Jackson, my father, Juan Venancio Ramírez, my mother, Alicia, taught us. The family starts from the very beginning to the very end. You don't stop at any one point and decide you're not part of this family. You are part of this family. And it goes on as far as you can go. That's sacred. You don't mess with it. You leave that alone. We're not asking for anything. We don't want compensation. All we want is to be left alone. Leave this property alone.
These are people who feel so unheard and so abandoned by representatives in Washington that they don't expect anyone to speak on their behalf. And getting to hear their stories, getting to feel how important this place is to them, really reminds me why it's important to do this work. We're asking the judge to say that it is unlawful to build this wall on the Ramirez property. It is unlawful to desecrate the graves, and that the president is subject to the rule of law, just like the rest of us.
Come on in, Ramiro. Hi, good to see you.
Qué bueno que vinieron, qué bueno. Qué bueno que vinieron.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Hi.
Sí, señor, aquí estamos. Ahí está mi papá, mi mamá, mi hermanito Abel. Ahora yo estoy aquí, Ramiro Ramírez, y ahí está mi señora Melinda. No está mucho tiempo enseguida de mí cuando estamos vivos, pero en el muerto va a estar enseguida de mí. Y si se construye el muro, que Dios quiera que no, va a tomar como mitad de este cementerio y parte de la iglesia aquí. Entonces por eso estamos peleando eso. Ya estamos listos para la pelea. Si va a ser una pelea, pues vénganse, porque estamos aquí y no los vamos. Todo esto, ahora aquí lo demás, las familias están acá, por este rumbo acá. We're fighting for the right to stand up and to do what is right. I was born here, and I'm going to die here. Nothing's going to change that.